Well, here's some video of the Bally 1977 Evel Knievel pinball machine. And what I want to show you here is all of the manuals that I have. I have the actual, the original manual, and then the Alltech manual. This is for the Alltech MPU board. I also have a Bally repair procedure manual, service bulletin, the theory of operation, introduction to Bally games, and a 1979 parts catalog. Now when you first power up the machine, she's going to run through diagnostics on the MPU board. The power up button is underneath in the front of the unit here. If you put your hand underneath and power her up, you can see that she's lit up. She's going to run through the diagnostics, and now she just powered up. And you can see on the display she's running through the high scores and what have you, and on the play field she's ready to go. This machine right now is set up for free play, and so it doesn't need any quarters. However, if you want to change the settings to use quarters, that's just a simple adjustment on the MPU board. Then if you want to run the machine through the diagnostics, all you do is open up the coin door, and on the coin door here you can see this button. This is the diagnostic button, and when you hit that diagnostic button, she's going to run through a number of functions, and it'll show you what functions you are on the display where it shows ball in play. So I'm going to hit the button the first time, and that is now the lamp test. So you can see all of the lamps are lit and all the flashing lamps as well. Everything that's flashing. So this is going to show you if you have any lamps that are out and that need to be replaced. So that's the first test in the diagnostic functions, and you can see all the lamps are lighting up. A lot of times on these units, some of the lamps, if they're not lit, they may just be a little bit of a corrosion in the lamp socket, and a lot of times you can just simply wiggle the bulb, take it out, put it back in, the bulb will start working again. So that's the first function, is the lamp test function. The second function is going to be the display function, and if you hit that button a second time, now you're running through what is called the digit display test, so that it'll circle from 0 through 9 on each display. You can see how it's circling through each one to show you that all the displays are working properly. Pressing the self-test button again, it energizes each one of the solenoids. So right now it's hitting all the pop bumpers. And on the screen here, as it runs through each one, it's showing you which one it's hitting. If any one of them doesn't make a noise as the number displays, then you'll know which solenoid is not working, and so that's another way to troubleshoot it. The fourth press of that button causes the MPU to search each switch assembly for stuck contacts, and the number will remain on which switch is bad or stuck. Right now it's flashing 0, which means that there's no problems, there's no faults to clear. And if you go to page 17 on the manual here, if it were to display one of these numbers, then that's how you can tell which one isn't working. Same thing with the solenoid test. In other words, if you don't get the chime for the 1000 chime right here, it would display number 6 during the solenoid test, and then you would know by looking at the manual, number 6, the chime isn't working. So that's how that works. Pressing the self-test button again. Okay, this is the bookkeeping functions. As you press through it, it's showing that there's, see, these are the high scores as you run through the test. or I'm sorry, not high scores, but different bookkeeping functions. You run it through all the way. Now she's going to run through the MPU self-test, reset the machine, since there are no faults, and now you're ready to play. And because she's set up on free play, simply by pressing the credit button, she's credited up. So you got 1 credit. So as you can see, this is how you run through the diagnostic functions on the machine, and this is a fully functioning machine with no faults. And one last thing I want to show you is inside of the back box. This here is the Alltech MPU board, and what's great about this board is, first of all, it'll work in a number of different machines. Second of all, it's got the battery is mounted in a remote location. On a lot of the Bally MPU boards, the battery has corroded the board to where it's no longer functioning. As you can see here, she's got a solid green light on the LED, and it really makes for ease of operation. And with these dip switches here, you can change the settings of the game, and that's detailed in the Alltech manual, how that works. In other words, if you want to set up for 3 balls instead of 5, or you can limit the how it matches a game, or just what have you. There's a number of different settings there. Then you've got the lamp driver board below it. This here is the solenoid driver board, and then you've got the power supply here. The backboard is real nice and clean, and so you can see how that works. Now, when you first, I'm going to power the unit down, okay? And when you first power the unit up, you're going to see the little LED light is going to flash. It should flash 7 times, and then boot the machine. If there's a problem in any one of those self-test functions, you will not get the 7 flashes out of the LED. So I'm going to power it up, and you can see. Here she goes. You see the LED is flashing. And on the 8th one, since there were no faults, she reset the machine, and she's fully functioning and ready for play. And what's nice about this game is that you can get to the back box without pulling out the back glass, which is real nice. On some of the earlier Bally machines, you got to pull the back glass, and every time you fool with the back glass, you're asking for trouble, especially with these older machines. So there you go. She's fully functioning. We're ready to go. We're going to power up and play a quick game. Okay, we got 1 credit. Player 1's up. I'm playing one-handed, so not able to hit all of the functions. There she is.